Have you tried everything and still found no real solution for your weight problem? If that's the case, the new minutes will be a game changer. Keep on watching.
Warning: the following presentation contains controversial material. While there is no profanity of any kind, viewer discretion is advised. This free, life-changing presentation will start in 5 seconds.
Hey, I'm Eric, and right now, I need you to do something a little weird. Now, don't worry, it's nothing bad. I just need you to lift your hand up and then flip it over so you can see your fingerprints. When you look at your fingertips, what shapes do you see? Swirls, ridges, perhaps loops? Now, what if I told you that those shapes you see on your fingertips are intimately connected with how your body burns fat, and that there is a secret to tapping into that connection that's been suppressed by the diet industry for decades? Not only that, but if you keep watching this short presentation, I'll reveal why, if you are over 30 and have failed at burning fat before, you need to watch this presentation like your life depends on it. Because you are about to discover one super simple secret to discovering and firing up your unique metabolism type, which will allow you to lose more weight in a single week than you have in the last 3 years. Plus, I'm about to expose the #1 metabolism killer, a hormone balancing mistake that you must avoid at all costs. Now, this is a mistake even pros make, and it will ruin your chances for success. I'm not exaggerating when I say this tip could literally save your life, like it did for my sister Jerry, taking her from this to this in just a matter of weeks. Wait until I tell you her life-changing story and how this secret can save you too. And I'll also be giving you the ultimate DNA harnessing tip that will allow you to keep your weight off for good, without having to give up your favorite foods or do hours of insane workouts. But first, I have to warn you, these secrets I am going to give you today are rarely mentioned hidden truths the diet and fitness industry does not want you to know about. Why? Simple. These nutrition secrets expose their blatant lies and make their expensive programs completely obsolete. After all, how can they keep you desperate to buy their products if you have finally found your way off of the never-ending weight loss roller coaster? Just look at this recently unveiled study by the prestigious Johns Hopkins Institute of Medicine. This recently unveiled meta-analysis study has proven once again that the vast majority of well-known big-name diets will never ever work for the vast majority of participants. It's almost as if many of these big-name programs are designed to keep you buying again and again. Now, that's why I'm getting a ton of pressure from big-name fit food brands to take this free presentation down. So watch this now while you still can. And listen, even though I know these DNA harnessing secrets can completely change your life like they did mine, I still know that if I were you, I would be thinking, why should I listen to you, Eric? And you know what? You'd be kind of right. Listen, I'm about to tell you something no one in this industry ever says. I'm an idiot. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a hidden connection between your fingerprints and your pant size that I am going to share with you today. It's just that the story of how I figured it out, well, it really makes me look like a heel. I think you'll see why this is so difficult to share when you hear it in a few minutes. So keep watching and try not to judge me too harshly. Deal? Okay, the thing is, ever since I finished school, got married, and became a parent, well, I got really lazy. Honestly, by the time I hit 40, my two favorite hobbies had become sitting and watching TV. I had a high-stress job with a long commute and huge deadlines always looming over my head. And by the time I got home, quite frankly, my health was the last thing I cared about. You know, with as busy as life gets day to day, it was easier to just push those thoughts out of my mind. I know. What an idiot, right? Well, hang on, because it gets worse. Years went by as I got slower and heavier. Years when my wife stopped kissing me when I got home from work. And even years when my daughter stopped asking me to come play outside. That is, until a family tragedy finally made me wake the fork up. You see, after another long stressful day at work, I was relieved to grab a soda and hang out with my sister Jerry for a bit. Our daughters both played on the same soccer team, and it gave us a great excuse to spend some time catching up. You know, talking about work, kids, this week's fad diet, and then just laughing when we just give in and get shakes instead. Anyway, like always, we went together to pick up my daughter and niece from soccer practice. When we got to the park, I hopped out to greet the girls, who were all smiles as usual. But when we got back to the car, I knew something was terribly wrong. Jerry was doubled over in her seat. She had a sheen of cold sweat all over. She was gasping for breath and clutching her chest. I panicked inside as I quickly realized she may be having a full-blown heart attack, and I had no idea how to help her. My sister stared at me with her eyes full of fear, so I did the only thing I could do. As Jerry's world went black, I scooped up the girls and drove her straight to the hospital, which was luckily only a few blocks away. Now, don't worry, that's not where our story ends today, though that's where it ends for far too many people. For us, however, that was just the beginning. And you know what? I can't believe that I was such a fool. I had to very nearly lose my sister before I finally put down the yo-yo fad diets and pulled my head out to discover the two dangerous weight loss industry secrets that have completely changed our lives and have even brought us a bit of trouble. Yet, regardless of the challenges we faced because of our discovery, I'd never take back what happened next. You see, as she recovered, which thank God she did, I asked Jerry to make a pact with me, a vow to hold each other accountable, and a promise that we would finally figure out how to ditch the fad diets and find the truth about weight loss for ourselves. Now listen, seeing Jerry laid up in the hospital like that was the most scared, shocked, and lost I've ever felt in my life. But they say everything happens for a reason. And after everything we've been through since this discovery, I'm inclined to agree. You see, when Jerry was finally released from the hospital, we became obsessed with digging into the latest metabolic science, reading study after study, and sending articles to each other day and night. And that's when we got slapped right across the face by a Chi-Town secret weapon. Now, that's Chicago for those of you who might not have known. This secret weapon showed us that most of the popular one-size-fits-all diets, you know, the ones we've all tried, marketed by big food, big pharma, and big fitness corporations, well, they actually zap your energy, destroy your metabolism, and can even silently kill over time. We were totally shocked because for years we were told by so-called experts that these were healthy foods. And I'm not just talking about weird cabbage soup fad diets. These two industry secrets completely expose all the lies of well-known yet largely unsuccessful diets like Weight Watchers, the Paleo diet, and the 21-day fixed container diet, the likes of which were debunked in that very same study I mentioned by Johns Hopkins University earlier. The study showed that despite their promises, most of these big brand diets are no more effective than a placebo. That's some pretty damning evidence right there, if you ask me. Listen, The reason those programs fail so many people is because they don't take two crucial things into account. To explain what I mean, I need to get weird on you again. So just go with it, okay? Look at your fingerprints again. Think about this. The one thing we all know is that because of your unique genetic codes, your fingerprints are totally unique. It's astounding, isn't it? And yet the most astounding part is that the same genetic code that gave you a unique fingerprint, not to mention eye color, height, and practically everything else about your unique body, well, this also gave you a special fat-burning fingerprint made up of the two most powerful genetically driven fat-burning systems in your body. Now, the first one, your body's metabolism, might seem pretty obvious. Yet, the latest research into human nutrition and metabolism shows conclusively that there are actually three totally distinct metabolic types, each with their own totally unique dietary needs. And that once you discover your unique metabolic type and harness it to fire up the body's second most powerful genetically driven fat-burning system with just two simple changes to your diet, well, you can see results like my 58-pound drop or the 61-pound drop of my healthy, beautiful, and still very much alive sister, Jerry. And we did all this by using these two internal fat burners and two weird tricks to fire them up. Curious? You should be, because we can't keep this information up forever. And we are about to get to the real heart of this thing. Listen, I want to be totally upfront with you. While I would love to tell you that I figured all of this out all by myself, well, I really need to share a secret with you. Remember that promise Jerry and I made each other? The one that had us reading 50+ books on the subject of nutrition and scouring the internet researching medical journals, picking the brains of the top professionals, trying to discover the secrets of losing weight and keeping it off for good? Well, the truth is, the revolutionary secret tips I'm about to share with you were actually taught to me by a somewhat mystery man whose name kept popping up in article after article in pioneering studies and in all the cutting-edge journals I was finding. His name was always tied to groundbreaking research and results, and at first I thought, that's an odd coincidence. Yet, after this happened several times, I started to think, maybe this isn't a coincidence at all. So I did a little more digging to see if this guy was legit. And you know what? It turned out that this guy is actually a famous kinesiologist from Chicago who has over 25 years of hands-on experience creating and applying the latest research in human nutrition and human movement to completely transform people's bodies and lives. In fact, he's a #1 best-selling author and has even been featured on Fox, CBS, NBC, ABC, and the CW. I call him my Chi-Town secret weapon. Now, the weird thing I learned about Chi-Town that most impressed me were these pictures I found of him. Because unlike many other so-called experts, this guy had to actually walk the walk, as he himself had been very overweight for most of his younger adult years. That is, until his dual love of science and helping others changed his life forever. I'm telling you, at this point, I had read a ton of his groundbreaking research. Yet, when I saw his own incredible results, I just knew he was the one person who had a chance of finally helping me. So I used my own now well-honed research skills to find a way to contact him. And to my surprise, not only was he totally up for helping me tackle this challenge, he even told me the odd truth about his fascinating research. You see, when I finally met him, he told me a secret. As it turns out, in the beginning of his career, he didn't always get great results with everyone. In fact, he was actually a little embarrassed to tell me that for the first 10 years or so, he was only able to really help about 30% of his clients, even though he advised them all to eat the same healthy foods. He knew it should work because these were the same foods that he himself had used to lose weight and feel great for nearly a decade at this point. Yet, to his surprise, almost 69% of his participants were not getting the results they desired and deserved. And for someone who had dedicated his life to harnessing science to help people, well, this just wasn't going to cut it. So he went back to his kinesiologist roots, someone who studies human movement, and dove into recording and documenting the various ways his many different clients moved. And that's when he noticed something very specific and very telling about the 31% of people that he was really able to help. The ones who were burning fat fast and feeling better than ever. Well, these folks actually moved differently. Now, I don't mean that they moved more or did different exercises. Remember, this guy is a scientist, and in order to set a good scientific baseline, he had all his clients eating and doing pretty much the same things. Yet what he found was that the people who were losing weight easily showed much higher levels of fluidity when they performed fast twitch movements like jumping or sprinting. Whereas his clients who were biomechanically struggling with fast twitch movements, the ones who were better at endurance tasks such as long distance running and swimming, well, these folks were barely burning fat at all, even though he had given all his clients the exact same quote-unquote healthy diet plan and exercise routine to follow. And that's when it hit him. That's when he literally had his wake the fork up moment. He realized that one person's food is another person's poison. And I'm not talking about the usual suspects like pizza, pasta, and fries. I'm talking about popular so-called healthy foods like many lean proteins, some healthy fats, and even some vegetables. Because as he soon found out through exhaustive research, many lean proteins and healthy fats are too high in a substance called purines that some metabolism types just can't process. And some so-called healthy vegetables are actually filled with dangerous chemicals that can damage the more delicate hormone balance of another type of metabolism, forcing their bodies to store extreme amounts of fat in the belly, butt, and thighs. Boy, did that sound familiar to me. As Chi-Town gathered more and more data, he saw irrefutable evidence that because of their hidden genetic differences, you require a plan tailored to your specific metabolic type, which of course means the one-size-fits-all routines sold by big food and big pharma were total BS. Altogether, Chi-Town discovered 3 main metabolism types. A person can either be fast oxidative, medium, or slow oxidative dominant. And depending on which type you are, determines which foods are healthy for you and which foods are your fat-storing poison. All 3 types are completely different. I was fascinated. Yet it was what he said next that really caught my attention, because it has to do with your body's second most powerful genetically driven fat-burning system. You see, that's when he told me any person who is overweight in their 30s, 40s, and even well beyond their 50s has fallen victim to a condition he calls metabolic malfunction. Now, metabolic malfunction might not sound like much, but the truth of it is really scary, because you can cut calories and do insane workouts. And sure, that might help you lose weight in the short term, yet you'll never be able to keep it off because your body will not burn fat for fuel while in metabolic malfunction. And the reason why is because your weight loss is not actually controlled by calories. I know that might be hard to believe at first, especially with all the oversimplification out there. Yet the medical fact of the matter is the fat melting process used by your unique metabolism type is actually controlled by your second most powerful internal fat melting system, your hormone production timing. Knowing the timing of when your body produces hormones is absolutely crucial, because just like the 3 unique metabolism types, your body has its own specific hormone production schedule as well. Here's the thing. Metabolic malfunction occurs when your body's hormone production is knocked out of balance by not eating right for your unique metabolism type. This imbalance shuts down your body's production of your 7 super fat-burning hormones, crucial hormones such as insulin, leptin, and cortisol, causing an avalanche of messed up internal chemistry. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to get all technical with you. I'm not a scientist like Chi-Town. In fact, I'm here to help him keep this real simple. And simply speaking, during his painstaking research, Chi-Town discovered that these 2 genetically driven fat-burning systems, well, they depend on one another to function properly. So if you don't eat right for your unique metabolic type, plus eat at the right time to take advantage of your natural hormone production schedule during its optimal fat-burning juncture within your body's distinct metabolic rhythms, well, these crucial hormones, insulin, cortisol, and leptin, they become what Chi-Town calls double OC, out of control, which leads your body to no longer producing an essential bile in your liver that is absolutely required in order to burn fat as fuel and allow you to lose weight. And as the timed name suggests, however, the powerful combination of eating the exact specific foods for your unique body within your precise fat-burning time zone, or as Chi-Town calls it, your intellectual eating window, has been proven to speed up your metabolism, rapidly increasing your weight loss in the shortest time possible. Look, you saw my pictures. I know from experience this formula Chi-Town has perfected over the years, which I'm about to reveal to you, gives you the best of both worlds. How, you ask? Because we give you the specific info on which foods are healthy for your body and necessary for firing up your unique metabolic type, combined with the super simple secret to hacking your body's hormone production by eating these foods during your intellectual eating window. This, my friends, is literally the 1-2 knockout punch combo to turn your body into a fat-burning furnace 24/7. Why? Because it keeps your insulin, leptin, cortisol, and your other super fat-burning hormones in total balance. And this is the true secret to maintaining fat loss. And it's about to get even easier. Because here comes that really big, massive, crucial tip. Just be warned, even with everything I've told you today, without applying this tip to your weight loss strategy, you can virtually forget about succeeding. This, my friends, is the most important tip of all. Because this is a tip that will allow you to eat all your favorite treat foods. You know, the foods you find crave-alicious while still burning all the fat you desire. Now that might sound a bit counterintuitive, but let's be real. We all know that enjoying the journey is the key to staying on the path. And this enjoyable strategy will get you there fast and keep you going with great results. So here's how it works. You will actually use your body's favorite foods, the delicious treat foods your body craves the most, which you'll learn from your unique metabolism type, combined with strategically timed crave meals, which you'll learn from your intellectual eating window, as a formula to continually supercharge your metabolism. Believe me, when I first got this info from Chi-Town, I was blown away by how many so-called healthy foods I was eating that were slowly killing me and making me fatter. And even more so when I saw how many of my favorite unhealthy foods were actually the perfect foods for my unique fat-burning fingerprint. Honestly, I think the only reason I was able to slim down and keep it off is because my fat-burning fingerprint doesn't just allow, but actually encourages me to give my body what it craves when it craves it. So I never feel deprived or hangry. Jerry and I tried so many diets we had begun thinking there was something wrong with us. Yet after dropping so much weight in just the first 3 weeks following Chi-Town's individual plans for us, we finally knew we weren't the problem. Treating every person who wants to lose weight exactly the same is the problem. Just imagine what your life could be like 3 weeks from now. Your clothes fit better, you have tons of energy, you feel more hopeful than you have in ages, all because of using these 2 simple secrets to fire up your unique metabolism and program your hormones to attack the fat that has been stored in your problem areas for years. Talk about amazing, right? Well, if you think 3 weeks from now sounds good, let's picture tomorrow. You finally now know your unique metabolic type and exactly when to eat within your intellectual eating window. Empowered with your fat-burning fingerprint and the ability to eat what your body craves. You're experiencing excitement as every minute of fat burning brings you closer to your dream body. You now know the secret system. And you know what? I think it's time to really introduce you to the guy who taught all of this to me and changed my life forever. The real deal, Chi-Town's secret weapon, is the Chicago native and professional fat-burning guru, Gary Watson. And yes, I do mean the world-renowned #1 international best-selling author, world-class kinesiologist, and celebrity trainer who has been featured on all the major networks. All of which is to say, the fat-burning fingerprint system Gary is sharing has been tried, tested, and proven, not just by this working dad or my incredible, inspiring sister Jerry, but by hundreds of thousands of people just like you and me. Great folks like Kelly Beggs, a teacher in her 50s from Smithton, Illinois. When she got her fat-burning fingerprint plan, she lost 23 pounds in just 6 short weeks. Or like Rick O'Neill from Tampa, Florida, who with specifically timed crave meals lost 13 pounds of pure fat in 3 short weeks. No kidding, 3 weeks. Or how about Teresa Levy from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, who couldn't give up carbs and she realized she didn't have to. This grandmother lost 30 pounds and has more energy than ever. Now, Teresa is in her 70s, ladies. If she can do it, so can you. Just have a look at what graduate student Gerald Eugene from St. Louis, Missouri discovered hiding under the 36 pounds he lost. 6-pack abs. We all know how hard it is to lose stubborn belly fat, right? Well, this is what happens when you harness your hormones to do the work for you. Or check out Cindy Gale from West Virginia, who got back down to her high school weight in just 6 short weeks. Now, she's 44 and she's happier and more confident than she's ever felt in her life. And hey, remember Kelly from earlier? Well, here's an added bonus to her story. Here's her husband, Scott Beggs, who was falling asleep on the couch by 8 p.m. every night, exhausted after work. Yet, after seeing Kelly's fat-burning fingerprint transformation, Scott finally got on board with his own fingerprint, and he also lost 31 pounds in under 2 months. And that's not even the best part. You see, when Scott and Kelly's teenage son Nate saw how quickly and easily his parents got in shape, well, he was inspired to find his own unique fat-burning fingerprint and lost 17 pounds as well. Altogether, the Beggs family lost a total of 71 pounds, while adding years, perhaps decades of happy, healthy memories to their time together. Now that, my friends, is what I call a family affair. It's astounding to see the success these folks have had with their fat-burning fingerprint in such a short time. Listen, my wife and kids say I'm like a whole new person, and I agree. I have never had more energy and stamina than I do now, and I've never been more excited about life. My sister Jerry and I actually play soccer with our families now, instead of sitting on the sidelines, and nothing feels better than that. Yet, you know what? I still think this world could use a few more happily ever before and afters. Don't you think? That's why I'm inviting you right now to join us in this cause. by taking this opportunity to build the life of your dreams. I'm talking a life of looking and feeling sexy, healthy, and confident, the way you deserve to experience life, and above all, sharing your very best self with the world. This is what Gary wanted for himself and for me, and it's also exactly what he wants for you, which is why Gary put all of his previously unattainable DNA harnessing secrets into this program, his certified bestseller, The Fat Burning Fingerprint. This is the exact system you need if you want the truth about firing up your body's unique fat-burning systems to blast off stubborn fat in just 3 short weeks. This super easy diet will work for you, even if you have a crazy busy lifestyle, a stressful job that limits your time, you experience crazy food cravings. What if you have obesity in your immediate family, or you just look at food and gain weight? Even if you feel as if you've tried absolutely everything, believe me, I should know because I think I used to suffer from all of those conditions. Yet, this program worked for me. The Fat Burning Fingerprint is the best fat blasting diet plan I've ever used because it allows you to eat all your favorite foods and still get the body of your dreams. Although I should warn you, Gary and I both think it's just as important to tell you what the Fat Burning Fingerprint is not, so you understand precisely what you're about to experience. You see, this is not some ridiculous one-size-fits-all low-carb, no-carb starvation diets. And it isn't one of those awful high-fat, high-protein diets either. You know, the Atkins crap. And rest assured, it definitely is not one of those pill-popping, calorie point counting container programs. And you darn sure better believe this is not one of those big food, big pharma, corporate diet industry plans designed to make you fail so you have to keep coming back. We think you've been deceived enough by those greedy corporate types and their worthless products that will never work for your unique body. Now listen, over the last couple years since Jerry's heart attack, I've spent a lot of time getting to know Gary. So it's only fair that I completely come clean with you. Right here, right now, 100% honesty. If you're just looking for yet another bogus one-size-fits-all program or some lame calorie counting point system scam selling you their glorified junk food, if that's what you really want, you should leave this page right now. Because seriously, this is not some BS miracle cure for losing weight. You see, Gary isn't like the corporate diet industry. He isn't looking for repeat customers. Oh no. He wants and needs you to succeed the first time because he understands that there are billions of people who still need his help. And the best way to reach them is by you becoming a living example of the amazing results that are only possible when you harness the power of your unique fat-burning fingerprint through this system. Believe me when I say Gary wants nothing more than to help you show everyone you know how quickly and easily his system really works. That's the whole reason Gary asked me to be here today, to tell you my story. You see, Gary's passion for helping you discover what your body is really capable of is what truly makes the fat-burning fingerprint the real deal. A proven formula that actually works. I'm talking for anyone 30, 40, and even 50 years old and beyond, no matter what shape they are currently in. So if you're wanting the real answer to healthy weight loss, Gary has made this diet as simple as it can get. I mean, seriously, you know what an idiot I can be at times, and look at the results I got. So here's what you can and should expect the fat-burning fingerprint system to deliver. Just look at what you'll receive today inside the fat-burning fingerprint. Immediately after you get your copy today, you'll spend just 3 short minutes answering an easy questionnaire to finally discover your unique metabolic type, so you can discover the secrets of eating right for your unique body type. This includes the exact foods and strategic success plan showing you how you will use your favorite foods to blast fat immediately. Next, you'll find the key to uncovering your precise intellectual eating window that not only guarantees speedy weight loss, but also guarantees hormones that finally work for you and not against you. Next up, you'll find dozens of easy, delicious, and nutritious meal plans, which have been specifically tailored to the way your body burns fat. And you will discover the truth of how to keep the weight off for good. Now, I know it might sound strange at first, yet strategically timed binging on your favorite foods is a must to keep your fat-burning fingerprint at its peak function. And this is the only system that shows you how to do it the foolproof way. And that's exactly why it's the only system that's kept the weight off of me and for thousands of others permanently. As you've probably noticed by now, the fat-burning fingerprint is by far the easiest and fastest weight loss plan on the market today. And it's specifically because you can eat your favorite foods and lots of them in a strategic way at a specific time to take all the guilt and stress out of the equation and let you enjoy harnessing your favorite foods to literally program your hormones and make them burn fat. It's simple, speedy, and spectacular. In fact, most people lose an average of 15 pounds or more in just 3 short weeks once they know their fat-burning fingerprint. It's that easy. Amazing, right? Now, after all that, you might be thinking, I bet a system that delivers all that must cost a pretty penny. Honestly, it really should, considering this system has helped literally tens of thousands of smart people just like you lose tons of fat fast, get their health and all their hormones back in balance, and get their youthful energy and healthy libido back. Yet, don't worry, I'm going to cover the price and the huge discount we're giving you today in just a moment. But right now, something you need to know is this very personalized, custom combined information isn't available anywhere else. Only the fat-burning fingerprint system gives you the power to harness your body's full fat-burning potential. And that's why the value of the fat-burning fingerprint alone is huge. And that's without any additional bonuses. Yet, you're not just getting the fat-burning fingerprint system today. We're just getting started. Because you've watched this entire presentation and demonstrated your true desire to get the body you deserve, we're going to add 2 better body bonuses so you can lose weight even faster. And these added bonuses are free of charge. The first gift you'll be receiving today is the guide to igniting your 7 super fat-burning hormones immediately. Remember, until you learn this little secret, more than likely your hormones are double OC, out of control, storing fat instead of burning it, no matter how low your calories go or how much you work out. Today, my friends, we are going to fix this. You're also going to get the Bermuda Triangle of foods because, let's face it, there are so many lies out there. This critically important manual is going to save you time, money, and even perhaps your life because it will set the record straight once and for all. Listen, you can easily see why the fat-burning fingerprint system is worth so much. And when we consider today's bonuses added in, the value is enormous. Yet, because you're still here, I have a much better deal for you. So keep watching. Okay, you deserve to know why Gary's offering you such a massive discount today. You see, a few years back, Gary was predominantly sharing his secrets only with millionaires who paid over $5,000 a month for the expert guidance, personalized consulting, and completely individualized fat-burning fingerprint plans that Gary was providing. I'm talking that's $5,000 monthly per each individual. Yet, as time went on, he noticed a trend of more and more folks he knew personally struggling to stay healthy and failing with big-name fitness foods and one-size-fits-all diet plans. Well, Gary couldn't just stand by watching people he cared about fail over and over. He knew he needed to find a way to make his discoveries available to everyone. And that's what inspired him to create the fat-burning fingerprint and its detailed questionnaires designed to give you a fully individualized plan, just like Gary provides to his top clients, so that anyone can access the secrets of their two powerful fat-burning systems to change their lives forever. Since then, Gary's bestseller has impacted hundreds of thousands of people, yet he isn't stopping now. Nope, he's on a mission to make the whole world wake the fork up, which means he wants to help as many people as possible. All of this, of course, means a much lower price for you, since it's his mission to help you join the cause today. Gary refuses to let financial circumstances hinder anyone, which means you will not be paying the real full retail value for the fat-burning fingerprint system, plus its bonuses today, which, by the way, is a total retail value of over $150, just so you know. In fact, your total investment today for the fat-burning fingerprint system, plus all the bonuses you now see on this screen, is just one easy payment of only $37. That's right. Have a look below this video right now and click on the yellow button that says Buy Now to lock in your discounted price today for only $37. Once you do this, you will get instant access to the entire system and all the bonuses without waiting for anything to come in the mail. That's right. Simply get started in 30 seconds by instantly downloading and viewing everything on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Listen, here's something even better. Take advantage of our unconditional 60-day triple guarantee. If for any reason you don't feel this exact system meets your expectations, or if for any reason you do not lose the weight you desire and deserve in the first 3 weeks, or even if you wake up one day and decide you just don't like the way Gary cuts his hair sometime within the next 60 days, well, he will gladly refund you every last penny. No worries, no questions, and no BS. 100% guaranteed, no hard feelings, no hassles. Look, you are essentially getting a free trial for 60 days. Gary takes all the risk while you reap all the benefits. So don't delay. Get started today by clicking the Buy Now button below and lock in your discount right now. Plus, if you act now before this presentation ends, you'll also get the Fast Track Guide containing a simple assessment that instantly shows you how to quickly combine your unique metabolic type with your specific intellectual eating window to create real fat-burning results like never before. Believe me, this is the perfect place to start because you get an immediate advantage right out of the gates. When you add it all up, the total value is actually over $200 for this whole package. And even at that price, let's face it, this is a total steal. Yet today, the entire fat-burning fingerprint system with all the bonuses, plus the super bonus, is yours for only $37. Simply click on the yellow Buy Now button and guarantee your discounted price today. No shipping costs, no delays. You'll have immediate access to every feature of the fat-burning fingerprint system without delay. Plus, all the great free bonuses valued at over $120 on their own, simply for taking immediate action today. Now, here's what will happen the second you click the yellow Buy Now button below this video. First, you'll be taken to our 100% secure checkout page, which looks like this. Then, after you order, you can select the add-ons you prefer to help you start losing weight and feeling great even faster if you so desire. Then, simply click on the button that says Complete Your Order and you'll receive an email directly from Gary Watson with your exclusive membership ID and password. It's that simple. You can get started with the Fast Track Guide today and start losing weight and feeling great immediately. And again, here's the great news. Unlike all those bogus total BS weight loss gimmicks, this one is guaranteed to work for you. Simply try the entire fat-burning fingerprint system for 60 full days on Gary and see the results you deserve and desire, or you pay nothing. Plus, Gary will never leave you hanging. Either Gary himself or his awesome support team get back to you very quickly so you'll always feel taken care of. Listen, please just don't put this off even 1 minute longer. Let me tell you why. Unless you act today, you may never take action. And before you know it, days have turned into months and maybe even years. And you're still overweight and out of shape, feeling tired all the time, uncomfortable in your clothes, and hating your life. You could find yourself waking up in the hospital like Jerry did, or even worse, not waking up at all. You've been struggling with your weight loss for far too long, and if you neglect to take action today, you may never get the body you deserve and desire. So let's make sure you get what you really want and need today, right here, right now. Do the only smart thing you can do while you still can. Make the easiest, wisest decision you will ever have to make on your quest to looking and feeling great and keeping the weight off once and for all. Claim your discount and your bonuses. Heck, let's be real. Claim the body of your dreams. You deserve to have the fastest, easiest fat burning program out there. Click the yellow Buy Now button below right now. Let's get you started today. Now, if you're still watching, I bet you have some questions. So here are the most common questions I receive about the fat burning fingerprint system and the answers to help you out now. Question: how do I know I can keep the weight off for good? Answer: when you use those mass-marketed one-size-fits-all diets, you actually damage your hormones instead of supercharging them. So the minute you slip even a little, your body begins to store even more fat than it did before you started. Yet, the fat-burning fingerprint gives you the exact foods your body needs for your unique metabolic type at the exact right times, guaranteeing you supercharge your super fat-burning hormones and keep the weight off for good this time. Question: realistically, how soon should I start feeling changes in my body? Answer: within the first 72 hours, your body will begin to cleanse naturally through a process called autophagy, simply by eating right for your body's specific needs. And most people start to feel more energy and confidence as they